Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're about 10 minutes away from the 1st of September clash with Kenzie. And we said we're giving away St. Vincent tickets for the Metro sold out. Now, we did mention we're an hour away from the Offspring pop-up. There's also at the Metro, but St. Vincent sold out. And Vanessa in Chesterton patiently waiting to compete against Kenzie, but everybody will have a chance to call in. There's no one decided yet who's competing, but it's another huge show at the Metro that we have going on with St. Vincent. So, Vanessa, Chesterton, all the people of Chesterton, just hang tight. It's coming up here in about 10 minutes. Let's get the sports. Sponsored by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, well, before last night, the Cubs had scored 99 runs in 10 games. Let's go. Kenzie was right. Just wait till the last minute and then start playing good baseball.
September is when it matters. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're going to be, in the World Series. I'm like, yeah, I told you.
Well,
you got to wait.
If they play like yesterday, they're not going to be. That's sad, though, because they up until yesterday's game, they'd done all that. Won 6 in a row, 3 games out of the wild card. The Cubs were up 3-0 last night until the 8th when the bullpen failed miserably, and they lose the game to the horrible, crappy Pirates of all people.
The horrible, crappy Pirates. Is that their official name?
That's it. If you Google, horrible, crappy Pirates.mlb.
That's a tough card to be dealt for
Yeah.
a team,
So now the Cubs are 3.5 games out of the wild card, and they're 71-67. Pirates on the north side tonight, an awesome night for baseball. And let's get some wins here to get closer, because now it's crunch time, obviously. It's September 3rd. Let's go.
Even I think it matters.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
That's shocking.
It's September. This is when baseball counts.
Well, they certainly last couple weeks have been just, like I said, en fuego. But they can't lose to the Pirates like that yesterday. Just can't do that if you want to make the wild card. White Sox, out of everything, eliminated mathematically. They lost to the Orioles 13-3. But we need to count this down the rest of the season here. So the White Sox need to go 11-12 in the last, obviously, 23 games to attain the worst record in Major League Baseball history of the modern era.
Yes.
Because we're not going back to the 1899 Cleveland Spiders who lost 134.
No,
well, we should, because that's the worst of all time, so that's not even fair.
But it wasn't they didn't play 162 games then, so you know what I mean?
How many did they play?
Which is even worse that they lost 134.
How many did they play?
I can't remember what the total was. 36 and 126. No, I'm sorry. That's the White Sox, what they'll finish to not match the 62 Mets of 40 and 120 and 1.
the Cleveland Spiders in 1899, they played 154 games. They went 20 and 134.
Woo!
The record that we're gunning for, because at this point, and I speak for every White Sox fan out there, we are gunning to be the worst team of all time, is the 1960-something Mets.
62 Mets.
1962 Mets. That is the worst team in Major League Baseball history. The White Sox already are the worst White Sox team in franchise history. They clinched that before the month of August ended. Think about that. In the history of cars, the White Sox have never had a team as bad as the one this year.
Wow.
Because it was 1907 the last time they were this bad. They didn't have cars then. People were taking a horse and buggy to Comiskey to go to White Sox games.
I thought there was a car like in 06.
Yeah, but not on the south side.
I'm confused. I thought the really racist team, the Colonels, was the worst.
That was the Louisville Colonels, I believe.
It gets worse.
And I had their record on there, but they also weren't. It wasn't an official MLB 162 game schedule modern baseball record. So that's why they're not included. Now, the White Sox becoming the worst, as Case, the White Sox fan in the room, something will definitely change if they become the worst of all time, right?
Oh, I mean, come on. Jerry at that point is really going to put his nose to the grindstone and figure out what went wrong.
Yeah.
And surely things will get better. Interim manager Grady Sizemore hasn't exactly lit the world on fire. They lost all 10 games at home during their last homestand and 13 straight. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It could be good because sometimes I think as a person, it's easy to make excuses. It's easy to be like, well, look at what they're doing, or they're the worst team, or they're. So if you can't make an excuse, you can't do it, kind of like a rock bottom scenario, that's when you do get better.
Well, there's a famous phrase is you can't fall off the floor.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He can't be like, well, it's not that bad because this happened. It was pretty bad. If you do take the title as the worst in history, it's hard to be like, well, compared to no, because like there's nothing like and then he probably has to do something. So that could be a very healthy thing to happen.
What if next year they break their own record?
Thank you.
Think on that, Kenzie. It's something that could happen.
Because if you're in the White Sox nitty gritty like I am, even all the prospects at the start of the year when White Sox fans were like, well, we're going to be bad, but at least we have these guys in our farm system. Yeah. All those guys are like, oh, they're not any good, actually.
Like when the Cubs tanked to basically win the World Series 4 years later when they lost 100 games. And, you did feel, okay, they're doing this on purpose. To then get the picks, get everybody free agency, free up money. It doesn't feel like that right now.
No,
I don't know what their payroll. I don't know what the payroll is right now. Offhand.
Not very big.
Okay, that's
What
good.
about saving up money?
Yeah.
For what?
people like next year, the year after.
Kenzie, at this time last year, when we all thought the Cubs had a real shot of landing Shohei Ohtani, the White Sox publicly said, we're not going after him. We're not going to pay him what he's worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's pretty expensive. And they
Pretty awesome.
realize that they need more than one person.
Yeah.
So they probably have that much money to spend, but they would like to get a couple people out of it because they're not looking for just one more player here.
Right, but that would have filled the ballpark. Even if they were losing, if Shohei Ohtani was playing.
Would have been nice.
Would have been nice.
But Kenzie, I admire your optimism.
Thank you.
There's a lot of optimism there. I'll tell you what I got optimism for is your Chicago Bears. I can't believe it's here. Football season. Sunday, Titans at Soldier Field with the Bears. And
is it the real season?
This is the real season.
Oh my gosh, Caleb's gonna be there.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Caleb's gonna get his take off his jeans and put his uniform on. I'm buying a Caleb Williams jersey today. I am not a jersey guy. I don't own like 15 jerseys. I don't look good in jerseys. I'm buying one today. $130 I think they are.
Yeah.
And I have to go to a team store, right? To get the official jersey?
Like Soldier Field?
Yeah.
No.
I don't?
No.
You probably just go to like a sports store. Have you walked down Chicago?
Just go to a store.
But aren't those all knockoffs? I want the official NFL game jerseys. Yeah.
They're all knockoffs in the stores?
Yeah, I want the official licensed NFL jersey.
You want to steal his?
Kinda.
I think it's national treasure.
Like, good Lord.
Yeah, I am all in on this. And so where do I go buy a jersey?
Go to the Rally House across from Wrigley Field. It's brand new.
I want to go to Wrigley Field for a Bears jersey.
You're not going
to live there.
Thank you, Kenzie. You're not going to Wrigley Field. You're going across the street from Wrigley Field. Do you know where the old Harley Davidson store was next to Wrigley?
Yes.
I do.
Okay, so right there is now a store called Rally House.
It's awesome.
It's
been in there?
unbelievable.
Yes.
I told Kenzie about it because it just opened, and even I, as a White Sox fan, was like, man, they have some cool Cubs stuff in here, but they also have Bear stuff. That's where you can get your jersey.
Do they have I think they carry baseballism in that store, don't
I believe
they?
so. And then there's a baseballism down the street also.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm going over there right across from Wrigley Field. They're going to...
That's like a 5-minute walk from your house.
No, but they're going to screw me, right? Because it's across from Wrigley.
Yeah, they're going to twirl their mustaches and swindle you out of a Bears jersey in Chicago, Brian.
Aren't they going to go like, oh, let's see, sir, that would be $500 for a Caleb Williams jersey?
It's going to be $130. Why have you've never been to a store before? That's what you're acting like.
I'm confused as to why you think that Wrigleyville would scam you on Bears merchandise.
Because it's by Wrigley, so all the tourists go in there for the games, a lot of them, and then they're just like, well, we'll sell some Bears jerseys here.
You think you'd get a better deal near Soldier Field?
Yeah, because it's the official game store. It's the official, so they can't lie.
If anything, knockoffs are sold outside there.
But they can't lie there. Because they play football there.
They can't lie there?
That's where they play the game.
It's not church.
Like Caleb probably goes in there, gets a jersey before the game, and goes, I need a new jersey, guys.
He buys a new one outside every game?
I think they throw him one. I think they give him a free one.
Waiting in that line?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Guys, the game's about to start.
Give me a jersey. I need
a better setup here. It's very hard to get in.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
I don't know. I just don't. I haven't bought a jersey in so long because I'm not a jersey guy, and I haven't been motivated enough. And I know they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not joking when I say that. They're good. They're going to be. I'm so fired up for this season. I'm ready to go.
I can tell.
I want a jersey.
How many more adjectives could you use to describe this season?
Phenomenal, magnificent, groundbreaking, heart-stopping. That's about enough. That's all I got.
Because you're going to buy a jersey.
Expensive. I'm getting a jersey. I'm going to be a jersey guy now. I'm wearing it every day. I'm going to wear camo shorts and that jersey
Please
the
don't
whole
wear
winter.
camo shorts. I don't. Come on.
That's the Chicago uniform in the winter.
Come on. Not
Yeah, it is.
camo shorts.
Yup. Get ready.
Man, just I won't be able to see the bottom half of you. Where did Brian go? Damn camo shorts.
All right, let's get to Clash with Kenzie. 312-591-8300. This is huge. St. Vincent at the Metro. She is a ridiculous guitar player just in that world alone, besides the songs. I love watching her play. So it's Wednesday, September 18th before Riot Fest. It's sold out, the Metro, St. Vincent. You beat Kenzie in trivia, first one in September. You get them. 312-591-8300. Call right now.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
All right, first one of September. Let's go. And Clash with Kenzie, sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers. Oh, hold on. Damn. First day back after a long weekend. There we go. Sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers.
Feel the boom. I said it the first time, but my microphone wasn't on. Which it makes it super tricky.
Yep. For tickets, go to boomersbaseball.com. You don't know what we just did there, but I have this screen that goes back and forth with, like, hit the boom for a second, Case.
Okay.
That's usually by me. And I have to flip it to give it to Case because I ask the questions. Kenzie, of course, is competing. And then Case pushes the buttons right now.
Big button pusher.
That's what happens.
This is when he needs to step up once a day.
So Josh, checking in. Do you understand how it's all working now, the station, how we work here in the show?
Yes, sir.
Josh, tell us something about yourself, bud.
Well, I could say my first big concert I ever went to was Jamboree.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Which year was that?
Dropped there.
You got dropped off at Jamboree.
Got dropped off in Jamboree in 2001. I think I was in 7th grade.
So I'm trying to remember the lineup because I was there, of course. I was Sludge back then in the Sludge days. You know, Lincoln Park, I believe, was
Lincoln Park.
Yes.
I was there in 01 and 02, so I get the lineups mixed up because I was little.
That's right.
Were you 3?
I was little.
Mom dropped me off, pushed the stroller out into the pit, and said, "Mommy's going to go to the lawn. You have fun in the pit, son."
It's a play pit.
Case, what was the lineup for that 01 Jamboree?
Jamboree 2001. Let me rattle off a few here. Alien Ant Farm, Cold, Crazy Town, Disturbed, Fuel, Linkin Park, Lucky Boys Confusion, Papa Roach, Run DMC, Saliva, Stained, and more.
What a lineup, and rest in peace.
And more.
And more.
Yeah, we had like...
Does it say and more?
No, it's just they're...
You want to be done?
I just want to be done.
I was like, we're not teasing acts. Why can't you see all of them?
We had like 30 bands at Jamboree back in the day there on 3 different stages. And rest in peace, Crazy Town, with him passing away a month ago.
Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay.
Yeah.
You want to pour one out for anybody else? Chester
That's
Bennington.
a long list. You want to do all of them?
Isn't that weird? There's a lot of dead people in that show.
Oh, why? Why? That was an awesome lineup.
It was.
Why'd you have to bring your singing clown in here?
Because I'm just getting emotional a little bit
You're
when
like,
I think
that's
about
what
it.
we'll never see again. Good Lord. It was a happy fact. He wants to play trivia. Now everyone's crying.
I know. I wore the baggiest sweatpants on stage for that one. That was still my baggy clothes phase.
You have Band-Aids on your face?
No, I didn't have Band-Aid.
Glad you dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah, nice.
Baggy sweatpants, big baggy white shirt, backwards baseball hat. Oh, that was Sludge in his prime right there.
Okay.
Now I'm a
Good
dad.
stuff. All right.
All right.
Let's
He's
play some
also
trivia with
dead.
Josh.
Josh, you're still there. I'm sorry I'm reminiscing, man. You took me back, bro.
No, it's good to think about it.
It is. You 3-year-old at Jamboree. All right, here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, Josh.
Tails.
That's heads.
Ooh.
Kenzie winning coin tosses. Kenzie's up first. Kenzie, first question. In the game of chess, which piece has the most freedom to move?
The Queen.
The queen is right. Josh, whose sensei is a rat named Master Splinter?
The Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles is right.
Forgot the word teenage. I don't know.
He shortened it to Ninja Turtles. Is there another group, the Ninja Turtles, out there that aren't teenage?
Well, I don't know. Should I look it up and just make sure?
I don't think there's the elderly Ninja Turtles. They're only teenagers.
They are
Well,
now.
These ones are mutant. These ones are mutant. That's not fair.
That's right. All right, 101 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what kind of fruit juice is used to mix a pina colada? What kind of fruit juice is in there?
Pineapple juice?
Pineapple juice is right. Back to Josh. Which iconic British rock band announced a 2025 reunion tour last week?
Ooh.
Oh. 3, 2.
Stones?
Who'd you say?
Rolling Stones?
Rolling Stones. That's not correct. Kenzie, which iconic British rock band announced a 2025 reunion tour last week?
Oasis.
Oasis did that. That's right. We'll talk about that a little bit more later.
You made me question things, though. What I miss?
Stones really never stopped.
I know.
It's insane.
They keep on going. I don't know how.
Take a break, guys.
Just relax.
And
You're the
everybody-
Rolling
rolling.
Stones.
Everybody thought Keith Richards would be dead, like 30 years ago. Dude just keeps smoking and doing heroin, allegedly.
And doing shows.
Yeah.
He's also doing
Chemically
shows.
embalmed.
Yeah, he's involved.
3-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, an illicit establishment that sold alcoholic beverages in the Prohibition era was known as what?
Speakeasy.
Speakeasy is right. In fact, on a lot of Chicago bars, if you see that small side door that's painted a different color than the rest of the building, that's the door where they used to sneak booze in. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of those up in Lincoln Park and on the
Don't
south
open
side.
those doors, though.
No, don't open them now.
Don't do that.
You'll get shot.
4-1 back to Josh.
Josh, another music question. Songs such as Creep and Karma Police are performed by what band?
Radiohead.
Radiohead. There you go. And Kenzie for the win now, sadly, Moy.
Well, maybe not. Hold on.
Let's see what happens. Kenzie, which eye color is normally dominant in humans?
What is brown? Because there's a lot of them. Oh, cool.
Brown is right. Mine were brown, now they're green for some reason. Pickled by Jägermeister, my eyes, or something like that.
Your eyes turned green?
Yeah, over the years, they've gotten kind of like greenish.
Case, does he sound like Cousin Eddie when he's like, oh, kicked by a mule, and they go right back to being cross-eyed? Remember?
Who's Cousin Eddie?
Cousin
What?
Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yes, he does.
I was going to punch you in the face if you didn't know who Cousin Eddie was.
Well, he's, I know who Cousin Eddie is.
Yes, you're like him.
I was thinking Ed, Ed, and Eddie, the Cartoon Network show.
No, also good. Plankton.
Yeah.
Esser's full. Can't say it, sadly.
You picked the one line from the show that you can't actually
Because it's the best line. Josh, I'm sorry, man, but thanks for playing. We appreciate you.
Oh, good. I appreciate the chance.
And appreciate the reminiscing down Jamboree Lane with Q101 old shows. I appreciate that. Now, listen, you can hang up, Josh. And coming up after Bad Omens, we'll give everybody a shot at the St. Vincent tickets. So they're free at the Metro and coming up here in 2.5 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
God bless the baby.
Now, everybody listening, 312-591-8300. Everybody listening has a chance at those tickets for St. Vincent. And she's playing the Metro on Wednesday, September 18th. So that week right before Riot Fest, sold out show. You can be there. Caller 10 gets them, 312-591-8300. Also to remind you, coming up at 8, we're about 25 minutes away for the first chance at the Offspring pop-up at the Metro the next night. And then after that, that will be Friday the 20th. Offspring will play Smash as well as other hits in its entirety at Riot Fest. So just when we get through August, and now that it's done, looking back on it, it was so ridiculously memorable with all the shows, including finishing with Pearl Jam on Saturday night where I was at Wrigley Field for that show. And we talked about August for like a year about the number of shows that were just perfect for you with Lollapalooza, Metallica, and Green Day and the Pumpkins, and Cage the Elephant, and Creed, and Limp Bizkit, and then the Pearl Jam shows. It all lived up to it. But Riot Fest coming now, there's still that great thing to look forward to.
September's like, hold my beer.
I know.
Like they're trying to compete.
I just really thought, get a breather here, get some lunch, get a sandwich, calm down a little bit. It's not with that Offspring show, with the St. Vincent show, with Riot Fest just 3 weeks away, under 3 weeks away. And we have some other surprises for you coming too. We'll make some big announcements coming up in the next week or two. So a lot for you free. And first, like we always like to take care of you guys just for listening. So that's coming up. Speaking of Offspring, we'll have that coming up at 8. And a lot of music news. We just talked about Oasis and Linkin Park. Interestingly, so much in the past week with those bands. We'll get to that coming up here in just about 10 minutes with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with some music news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.